Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to the Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attock. I am Nasir Ali Shah, Assistant Professor of English. Students, this is our third lecture on the novel included in your syllabus, The Oldman and the Sea, written by an American writer, Ernest Hemingway. In our last two lectures, we had a brief introduction about the author Ernest Hemingway and about the important points or different themes discussed in this novel. In our last lecture, I had given you a brief summary of the main points of this novel, The Oldman and the Sea. You have an idea so far that this novel is about an old man. His name was Santiago. He lived on the coast of Havana in Cuba. He was a Cuban fisherman. As he was a very old person, we are told in this novel that most part of his life he lived alone. He had no family. And most of the time he went into the sea to catch the fish alone. But there was a young boy named Manolin with him. His parents had sent that boy to the old man Santiago to learn the art of fishing. But unfortunately, he could not catch fish for some days, in fact for the first 40 days. And on the instruction of his parents, that boy went on to another boat, leaving the old man alone. But the two had a strong emotional attachment between them. The old man considered that young boy as his son, and that young boy also was mentally very mature. He loved the old man so much, just like perhaps his father or as a teacher. He respected him so much, and we can say that he idealized him. He wanted to be an experienced fisherman like Santiago. Students, today we shall start its text. Hope you would have got your textbooks with you. Let's start with the first sentence of the first paragraph. The sentence reads, He was an old man who fished alone in a skiff in the Gulf Stream, and he had gone 84 days now without taking a fish. In the first sentence of this paragraph, we are told that the central figure or the main character of this novel was an old man who fished alone. Fished, this word is used as a verb here. Fish, is a noun, but here it is used as a verb. It means to catch fish. He was an old man who fished alone means he was an old man who used to go for fishing or to catching the fish alone in a skiff. Skiff means small boat in the Gulf Stream. And the Gulf Stream means it is a warm ocean current flowing from the Gulf of Mexico along the eastern coast of the USA. So he lived in that area, and he used to go for fishing in that Gulf Stream alone in his small boat. And he had gone 84 days now without taking a fish. Without taking a fish means without catching a fish. It means that it was almost about 3 months. In fact, actually, it was 84 days that he could not catch any big fish. In the first 40 days, a boy had been with him. Out of these 84 days, the first 40 days means the first 40 days of his failure without catching any fish. A young boy had been with him. But after 40 days without a fish means after when the 40 days passed and the old man could not catch a fish, the boy's parents had told him that the old man was now definitely and finally Salau. Salau means, it is a Spanish word, it means extremely unlucky, very unlucky. So after the 40 days, the parents of that boy became sure, just like other people around them in that locality, they were sure that the old man was now definitely a Salau, or an extremely unlucky person, which is the worst form of unlucky. Here it is explained. So they became sure that he would not be able to catch any fish, and as a result he would not be able to teach the art of fishing to their son, for which they had sent their son to him. And the boy had gone at their orders in another boat. So on the instructions or on the orders of his parents, the boy had to go to another boat, to some other fishermen, to learn this art, which caught 3 good fish the first week. And on that boat, when the boy went, his new teacher, or the new fisherman with whom the boy was working now on the orders of his parents, they caught 3 good sized fish, or 3 very big sized or huge fish the first week. It made the boy sad to see the old man come in each day with his skiff empty. But the boy was working with another fisherman. Even then, he had a strong emotional feelings about the old man. Whenever he saw the old man in the evening coming back out of the sea on the shore with empty skiff. Empty skiff means without catching any fish. There was nothing in his boat. On seeing this spectacle or this scene, whenever he saw the old man coming empty-handed without catching any fish, the boy became very sad, and he always went down to help. He always used to go there to help the old man carry either the coiled lines. Coiled lines mean the woven lines which were used to catch the fish, which were tied along the hook to catch the fish. He went there down the mountain to the coast to help the old man to carry his things or apparatus to his sheikh, either the coiled lines or the gaff and harpoon. Gaff is an iron hook which is used for catching or subduing the large fish, and harpoon is also a sort of weapon. It is a spark-like missile attached to a rope, which is generally thrown by hand for killing the large fish. Actually, these were the old man's little tools, or we may say these were weapons for catching the big fish or subduing them or killing them. So every evening the boy went down to help the old man to carry these things and the sail that was furled around the mast. The boy went there to carry the coiled lines, the gaff and harpoon, and the sail. Sail means a piece of rough cloth or a canvas which is fitted on a boat to drive it with the help of wind. That is called sail. And the sail that was furled around the mast, that was woven around the mast. And mast is a short pillar or a pole, generally made of wooden pole, to hold the sail in a boat. So these were the things, or different tools or weapons, which were in his boat whenever he came back from the sea empty-handed. And the boy first of all felt very sad on seeing the old man uh, without any big fish. And he went down to help the old man to carry all these things out of his boat to his cottage or shed. So, students, in this first paragraph, we are told the setting of the scene or the background of this story. We are told that the old man was living alone without his family on the coast or in the locality of fishermen in Cuba. He used to go for fishing alone in his small boat. For some days, actually for 40 days, he had the company of a little boy whom he was supposed to teach the art of fishing. But unfortunately, he could not catch any fish for the 40 days. And after the 40 days, the boy's parents thought that the old man was extremely unlucky, and he is not going to catch any fish, and as a consequence he would not be able to teach their son the art of fishing. So they sent him to another boat, to another fisherman, who caught 3 good-sized huge fish the first week. But the boy was so sentimental about the old man. He respected him so much, even he loved him. That is why every evening he went down to see him and to help him. So the students, this is the first paragraph. We shall continue our text reading and explanation in the next lectures. Till then, goodbye and Allah Hafiz.